Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 121. Best time to buy and sell the stock. Right. So what the question states here, we are given an array prices. So here you can clearly see we are given an array prices here where prices of I means this one individual values, right? So where the prices of I is the price of the stock on day I. So this is the price of stock on day 1. This is the price of stock on day 2. This is the price of stock on day 3. This is the price of stock on day 4. Same goes with the day 5 and day 6. The price is quite obviously 6 and 4, right? So we are given an array of array prices where prices of I is the prices of stock on day I. This is fine. We have to buy on one day and we have to sell on a later day to maximize the profit. So here we cannot buy if you know this one stock. So if you know about the stocks, we have to buy on certain day and we have to sell it on the next day, right? So we have to buy on one day and sell on the later day to maximize the profit, right? So we can only buy once and we can only sell once. So this part is very important. We have to keep this in mind. We can only buy once and we can only sell once, right? We can buy only once and sell once, and we have to return the maximum profit that we can achieve, right? So we have to return the maximum profit that we can achieve, and if there is no profit possible, then we have to return 0. If there is no profit available, then we have to return 0, right? So let's come to the first example here. See here, we have 715364. We have 715364. So first what we'll do, let's discuss the approach itself, so that we'll understand this one clearly rather than going with the example then discussing the approach. Let's come to the this one approach part. Let's select this one, I mean consider the first example here. So first what we'll do, we'll start with the buy. This one, start with the buy means we'll start with the first one, zeroth index here. First day, nothing but the zeroth index, we have the value 7, right? And the max profit, still at the first day we don't have any profit, we are just buying here, right? So the max profit will be quite obviously 0. So buy will be 7 and the max profit will be 0. So first thing, before this one we'll be going with the two pointer approach. So two pointers or the basically sliding window approach, right? So we'll be going with the sliding window or the two pointer approach, sliding window with two pointers, right? So this is fine. So what we will do, buy will be 7 and max profit will be 0, and we'll move to the day 1. Day 1 has the value 1. So at every time we will be checking for the minimum at which we can buy the stock, minimum value at which we can buy the stock. So now we have moved to the day 1 and price is 1. So we have got the better buy price here. So initially buy price was 7 and now we have got the buy price, that is nothing but 1 at the first index or the this one, day 1. So this is considered as day 0, sorry, 7 is considered as day 0, as this is 0 index. Let's consider this one as day 1 basically, right? So we will update the buy to 1, we will update the buy to 1, right? So and yeah, we'll update the buy to 1. So let's come to the day 2 here, nothing but this part with the value 3, right? With the value 3. So now what we'll do with the value 5, sorry, the second day, now we are in the second day with the value 5. So we have bought the stock for 1 and we are selling this one at 5, right? So basically we have bought the stock for 1 and we are selling this one at the price 5, so the profit will be 4, right? So now let's move on with the next index. Now we have the value 3, value 3. Now we have bought the stock at 1 and we are selling this one at the uh, 3, right? Value 3, price 3. So this one will be 3 minus 1 and the profit that we got here is 2. So same goes with next index also. 6, we have bought the stock at 1 and we are selling that one at the value 6, nothing but the 6 minus 1, we have got the profit 5. And again we have bought the last one, we have got the this one, basically profit 1, I mean sorry, we have bought the stock at value 1 and we are selling this one at the value 4. This one will be 4 minus 1, this will be 3, right? So now among this, on which day we have got the maximum profit, that we will return as the output. So here in this case we have got the maximum value 5 on the by considering this one is 0 1 2 3 4 fourth day, right? On the fourth day, basically what we are doing, we bought the stock on this one day one, nothing but, as this is zero index, we are considering day zero, right? We have bought the stock at the day one at the price of 1, and then we are selling this one on the fourth day at the value of 6, so the profit will be 5. This is the maximum one. So this we will return among these profit. We got 4 2 5 and 3, so we are returning on the this one. Basically on the fourth day we'll be selling this one, right? We'll be selling this one at the value 6, so the profit, maximum profit that we got here is 5, right? So here the maximum profit that we got here is 5, which is equivalent to the output that uh, they have given for the example one. Here in this case what we'll do, one, first we'll find the minimum price, and then we will be sliding window. First we will check for this one, so let me delete this one, you'll understand. So I hope this part is completely clear. Next what we'll do, first what we'll do, first we will calculate the min buy price, right? So then we will slide the window, we will slide the window. First we will check for within the this window, next one, right? So next 1 and 5 will go with, right? So next window is 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3 will go with, right? So will minus 3 minus 1, this will be 5 minus 1, this will be 3 minus 1. Next window will be going with 1 and 6, right? So next window will be going with 1 and 6, and the final window is 1 comma 4. First we will find the minimum this one minimum buy price, and then we will slide the window. First will be 1 comma 5, and the second one will be 1 comma 3. This will be 1 comma 6 and 1 comma 4. We'll subtract this one, nothing but 5 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 6 minus 1, and 4 minus 1. So we will get here 4 2, this will be 5, and this will be again 4 minus 1 is nothing but the 3. Among this one we will return the maximum value, nothing but the maximum profit that we got here in this case 5. So this is the approach that we'll be going with basically. So the approach, I hope the approach part is completely clear. I hope the approach part is completely clear, right? So we as we have discussed, we will be going with a sliding window with the 2 pointers, right? So I hope the approach part is completely clear. Let's quickly discuss the complexities part now, right? So once we are done with the approach, once we understand the approach, so it will be very easy to write the code, right? So let's discuss the complexities first, and then let's write the code. So first thing here, the time complexity for the code that we'll be writing would be big of n, because we will be looping through the array once. So we'll be checking for all the numbers, right? So we'll be looping through the array once, and the space complexity would be big of 1, right? So the space complexity would be big of 1, because we'll be making use of only two variables. So in this case we'll be going with buy and max profit, buy and max profit, right? So the space complexity would be quite obviously big of 1, right? I hope the complexities part is completely clear along with the approach. Now as we are completely familiar with the approach and complexities, let's start writing the code. So here first step is, let's initialize the buying price as the price, right? So let's initialize the buying price, the first value, first this one, let's initialize the buying price with uh, buying price as the price on day 0. So let me do one thing, I'll just consider here int. So this will be int by equals prices of 0. So the next part here would be, let's initialize the max profit as 0 as well. So here this one will be max profit equals 0. This is fine. So then we have to loop. We have to go with the iteration part, right? So 0, this one 0, they will be considering this one as maximum, this one, sorry, buy price. So we have to loop from the first this one first index, right? So iteration, for the iteration part I'll just go with int I equals 1, I less than prices dot length, then I plus plus. This is fine. So next step what we'll do within the for loop, so we will be going with the if condition. So if, so here prices of I or iterated value of the prices, if it is less than by, if it is less than by price, means here in this case we considered this one I here, this one instead of 7, because 1 is less than 7. 1 is less than 7. Next we will check for the same thing here. 5, is 5 less than 1? No. Is 3 less than 1? No. Is, if 6 is less than 1? No. If 4 is less than 1? No. So the better price that we got here is this one, buy price that we got here is 1. If prices of I, if it is less than, if we find, if suppose if for this example this is fine, if we find uh, the prices of I, nothing but the any value that is less than the buy price, already this one buy price, then what we will do, then we have to uh, this one update the buy. So I'll just go with the buy price, I'll just uh, assign the buy to prices of I, but the iterated value of the prices. I hope this part is completely clear. Very easy to understand, right? So else what we will do, we have to calculate the profit if sold, if we sell that one today, right? So here in this case, I can write in this way. So int profit equals prices of I, this will be minus pi. I hope this part is clear. Um, we have to update the max profit if the profit, if we find any profit that is higher, right? So we have to keep updating the max profit, right? So then yeah, max profit equals, so each time we get first we got 3 something 4 5, then this one 3 again, right? Out of the values that we got, I forgot the values, out of the values that we got, we have to return the maximum value, right? So here if we find the maximum profit uh, more than the last time value that we have found, then we have to keep updating the maximum profit, right? So here in this case, maximum profit equals math dot max of, here again, max profit comma profit. This is fine. So finally what we need to do, we need to return the maximum profit that we found. So this will be return max profit. I hope this part is clear. So let me format the code once and let me hit the run button. So easy to understand, right? Let's see whether this works or not. So we have the compilation error here. This has to be capital P. So this is fine. Let me run this one again. So yeah, now we can clearly see here the sample test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case, right? So let's do one thing. Let me hit the submit button. So I hope this works for all the test cases, man. So here you can clearly see all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case. I hope the solution part is completely clear, right? I hope the solution part is completely clear along with the, what do you call, complexities and the approach, right? So this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.